Hey guys, it's about bloody time for another episode of Hugo on Facebook, who runs one of my fan sites, which I'll put a link to in the video description, sent me over a bunch of questions, and a really good bunch of questions as well. And rather than write out my responses, I figured it would be cool to answer them on video. So here we go. Where did the alias Bentley Jones originate? How did it come to be? I know I've answered it a few times before, but let me get in there again. It was the name of a group I was a part of. Japan was always in our sight, so we wanted something that sounded really, really British. And then the group kind of dissipated and I carried on doing my thing. And then when it came to signing my first album in Japan, the label really liked the name and it stuck. And here I am, simple as. As of 2015, out of all your albums, which one do you find you dedicated the most time to? That's quite easy. My latest album, The Rebellion, I spent a lot of time on simply because I really wanted to emphasize the fact that it was a body of work rather than just a collection of my latest songs. So I spent a lot of time recording and producing this latest record. At what point in your life did you realize you wanted a career in the music business? Did anything inspire you to pursue that goal? There wasn't really anything specific, I guess. I finished school, I dropped out of college. I'm such a stellar student. I had an office job for about a year, and during that time I was saving my money to go traveling. When that contract expired, I thought to myself, I can go traveling and spend all this money, or I can live off this money and try and get a career in music started. And that was it. Who is the most influential person in your life? That person that helps you through it all. One person, I guess, who has probably and consistently influenced me the most over the years is my mom. I am a little bit of a mommy's boy. I think she's a really inspirational person. She's done so many things in her life. She was one of the first female UK rally drivers. She's a black belt martial artist. She met my dad when they were both scuba divers. She's an award-winning dancer. Right now she's a fitness instructor, so a lot of inspiration around me from a very young age. Did you ever think you'd be a massive inspiration to thousands of fans across the world when you were young? How does it feel? No, I didn't anticipate that. I know being a musician and putting yourself out there means that you kind of open yourself up to people possibly and potentially looking up to you, I guess. Honestly, I just try and be the best human being that I possibly can be, and just try and inject as much positivity back into the world as I can, either through my music or just day to day, being friendly, being polite, you know? And if I am an inspiration to anybody and people find that inspiring, then I hope it's a positive influence. That's the only thing I think about, I guess. But when people do tell me that my music or things that I do are inspiring, then I guess I feel grateful. I feel grateful to be in a position where I can influence people and have a positive influence. Do you remember the first song you recorded for yourself? Has it been released, or has it been in the great vault? If so, will it ever be released, and can you tell us about it? The first song I properly put my vocals on was Word Up, which ended up going on Translation 2. I was writing and producing for other people at the time, and one of their managers said, these are quite good, why don't you try putting your vocals on a track properly for yourself? So I picked Word Up, and it's as simple as that. What Funkstar remix are you most proud of? I'm sure you love them equally in all different ways, but can you tell us which remixes you like certain elements about and why? Yeah, I do so many remixes on a regular basis, so this changes continually. But right now, off the top of my head, I'm very proud of getting to remix Adele for obvious reasons. I got to remix Adele. Some of them I feel happier with than others. I was pretty happy with what I did for Demi Lovato. That was cool for the summer. Also, Katy Perry's This Is How We Do, simply because I loved the album version so much. I was really happy to have gotten my hands on that one. Name 3 of your most personal songs you have written and what makes them personal. Honestly, my latest album, I wrote from a really open place, and that was intentional. I made an effort to kind of push my boundaries, push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit. So the most personal song is probably Picture of Me, because I wrote that about my dad, who's sick right now. and I don't want people to misunderstand that song, because the emotions behind it are very, very complicated. And if there is a message I want to get across at all, is just that I love my dad very, very much. But that was a really hard song to write and record. Other songs that stand out, I guess, The Last Minority, for obvious reasons, and also Passenger. Passenger, like a lot of my songs were written from first-hand experience and my unlucky experiences with my past relationships, but also coming to terms with my own insecurities within relationships. Would you ever consider writing a song in the form of country for your country fan? At this point, there really aren't that many genres that I haven't worked in, so yeah, why the hell not? Let's do a country song. Hillbilly Bentley. What advice do you have for someone going into the music business? I get asked this question a lot, and this year more than ever I've been asked. The first thing I would say is just think long and hard if this is something that you want to turn into your career, because I think people underestimate how much hard work goes into a career in music. It's really hard. It catches a lot of people off guard. It's a tough slog. It's one of the hardest jobs, one of the hardest creative jobs, I should say. Equally, it's one of the most rewarding ones, but don't underestimate the amount of hard work you're going to have to put in. Do you have a few artists out there you would like to collaborate with in the future? If so, who and why? That is a long list. I've been listening to Sia, I guess, quite a lot recently. I like how she brings a lot of conceptualism to her music, as well as being an amazing vocalist and songwriter, so I would love to work with her. There's loads of Fall Out Boy, when I'm having my guitaria moments, I think they're awesome. Adam Lambert, he's just awesome in every single way. Nicki Minaj, Trey Songz. In an ideal world, I'd love to work with them all. What inspired you to start the Rebellion? Where did it come from? I started working on the Rebellion a long time ago, last year, and one of many silly managers that I've encountered on this journey, he was the one that suggested, why don't you try working on an album for the UK. It was just an idea at the time, but it inspired me to write the title track, The Rebellion. It ended up encompassing the concept for the whole album. The song sums up my rebellious instinct that I have right now. Over the years, I've come to realize whenever I make significant progress with my music, it's always been when I rebelled against conformity. That's how this latest album came about. You've done previous work in the theatre industry. Would you ever consider writing a play? Yeah, I totally write a play. I would probably write music for a play or a musical before writing a play itself. I don't feel like I'm qualified to actually write a script. So but I totally collaborate with someone or write the music, yeah. Going into 2016, what can we expect from the international funk star Bentley Jones? New songs, new remixes, new merchandise? Is there anything you can share? We've got at least a couple more singles coming from the latest album, so I'm really excited about those, and the videos for those as well. I've already got a handful of artists that I'm gonna be writing and producing for/with first thing in the new year. I'll carry on remixing, no doubt. There's already lots and lots of music to look forward to. Your dedication to the gym and your intense workouts have been an inspiration to many of the TS. Can you share your routine at the gym? What do you push towards the most? Gosh, if I shared my gym routine, this video would probably be 20 minutes long. I could get quite in depth. But yeah, I do get asked this from time to time, and I've shied away from doing a video about it. But if enough of you want to know about this topic, then let me know. Obviously, it's also a passion of mine. A few years ago, I got my qualifications as a level 2 instructor and also an advanced level 3 personal trainer. So it's a passion of mine whenever I have free time. Because right now I spend almost all my time doing music. If enough of you want me to, I will do a video for it. So just let me know. My last question, what are you comfortable with your fans calling you? There's a lot of fans that address you by your real name, your pseudonym, and other nicknames. What is best for you? Honestly, call me anything. I don't mind. My real name, my nickname, my stage name, or you tends to work quite well. I respond quite consistently to that, but yeah, I don't care. That's about it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this latest edition of Ask Ben. Please subscribe to keep up to date with the latest news on my music, productions, remixes, and my latest videos. I'm filming. Huh? If you give me 5 or 10 minutes, I'll be finished. It's just that it's rolling. I like how she brings a lot of conceptualism. And we find